it's Cupcake and I'm coming to you with an update. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. I don't really feel like closing the window right now. So you haven't seen me for a little bit. Yeah, I've tried to make some YouTube videos, but I just haven't posted them. So I've just been having a hard time. Just a lot of shitty things going on, and then just my anxiety has been really, really bad. So I haven't been up to making YouTube videos. But I have been meaning to, at least for the last little while, I've been meaning to make videos. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do the math in my head. I am like a year and 9 months or a year and 10 months post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. I had surgery January 26th of 2017 in Salt Lake City, Utah. If you watch my videos, that's probably why you started watching me, because that's basically why I started making YouTube videos. I started making YouTube videos about a month after I had surgery. So if you're watching me for that purpose, I'll give you a little update. My highest recorded weight was 296. My weight when I decided to have weight loss surgery was, I was in the 260s. I had a 3-month supervised diet for my insurance and a 10-day 1,000-calorie diet, and I got down to 234. That was my surgery weight. And my lowest weight since I had surgery was, that I've maintained, was 153. And right now, I actually haven't weighed myself today. I don't know if I weighed myself yesterday. I don't think I did. But I believe I weighed myself on Saturday, so 2 days ago. And I believe I was 157.6. So, yeah, I actually had gotten down to 156 at one point over the last month, because I was having a really hard time with my anxiety, and and my stomach was all messed up after I had, after I got rear-ended and I took painkillers and NSAIDs. They really fucked up my stomach. And so I went through a period of time when I wasn't feeling very hungry. I was still eating, but I just wasn't eating as much as I normally do. And I have noticed that I haven't been drinking as much fluid-wise as I was before. But anyway, so I did get a little bit down. Before that, I actually was like around 159. So yeah, now I'm kind of back down to where I've been maintaining for the last few months. So I'm okay with where I'm at. Exercise-wise, I haven't been exercising all that much. For the last 2 weekends, I exercised once each, like once a week. And then there was a couple of days last week that I went for a walk because it was warm enough. So I haven't been doing much in regards to exercise. So yeah, and I've kind of changed up what I've been eating because I've been tired of eating the same things. And I've also been cooking more. Sorry, I got a call. But yeah, anyway, I've also been cooking because to kind of help my anxiety, I needed to find a hobby, and I love sweets. If you watch my videos, you know that. And so I figured, why don't I learn to make the stuff that I like? So that's what I decided to do. But I also wanted to push myself and start to make like real food. So, sorry, notification. Anyway, but yeah, I really wanted to like try and make chicken breasts. So I did, and it turned out really good. And yeah, so I've kind of been on this cooking and baking kick. So far I've made chicken twice. You know, once was lemon pepper chicken, and another time was Monterey chicken with bacon and cheese and barbecue. And I have made chocolate chip muffins, and then I made jalapeno cornbread muffins this last weekend. I made my husband strawberry shortcake for our anniversary, and I also made chocolate chip cookies from scratch. So those are kind of the things that I've done so far. Also recently I started cooking hamburger. Like I never did these things before. I was very, very just weary of raw meat. It just has a lot to do with my OCD. I've been this way since I was a kid. I, you know, had health-related OCD, and I was always really afraid to touch raw meat. And honestly, I'm still not like super comfortable with it. I try and avoid touching it sometimes, but I'm getting over it, and I'm not washing my hands like as many times as I was when I would, you know, cook those things before. So I'm overcoming a lot of hurdles in that way. You know, I'm learning to cook, I'm learning to bake, I'm learning to follow recipes. I'm working on some of my OCD, so that's all been good. But yeah, I've just had a really shitty time with my anxiety. And I mean, basically I was already having a hard time with my anxiety, and then I got rear-ended, and just everything surrounding that was really stressful. The person that hit me took off, and that just kind of drummed up some like it just triggered my anxiety. And you know, I talked to my counselor, and it probably has a lot to do with like unresolved trauma from when I was a child. I know that sounds like such a therapy thing to say, but it's just reality. I was sexually abused for several years by a roommate of my mom's, and I never got proper counseling. I never really got counseling for it. I went to counseling a couple of times, government ordered counseling when I was a kid. Sorry, that's my first son. Come here. Do you want to come here? Come here. Oh, this is worse than. Anyway, no, you don't need up there. But yeah, basically at the time that I was being made to have counseling, I begged my mom to not take me because I didn't want to talk about it. And she said, okay. And she took me out of it and said, you know, that as long as I was willing to talk to her, that would be okay. But I didn't talk to her. I didn't feel comfortable talking to her. And it was a mistake to take me out of counseling, even though I don't know that this would have been the right thing. Why are you biting? Yeah, I don't know that was the kind of counseling that I needed. Obviously not all counselors and therapists are created equal by any means. So I think that, you know, she should have looked into it more and maybe found some other options. That's how I feel about it at this point. And obviously, like, I should have gotten counseling. I've been an adult for 15 years, and so I should have sought out counseling on my own, but I didn't. And about 3 years ago, following a breakup that my husband and I had with our partner. I started to see a counselor who actually specializes in LGBTQ stuff, issues, but I started to see him, and I have continued to see him for lots of different things, not just the LGBTQ stuff, although that is a part of me because I am bisexual and I needed to work through my sexuality, and I'm getting better about that. I'm getting better about being comfortable with who I am. Yeah, I found out that I have OCD. I know that it seems weird because I've definitely had OCD since I was a kid. You know, my mom knew that I was a hypochondriac, but I mean, I don't think she never talked to me about the fact that that was an obsessive compulsive thing. And I never was diagnosed with it until 3 years ago. I saw 2 counselors, and one of them suggested that I might have OCD. So I went and saw a psychiatrist, and they diagnosed me as having OCD. Because in the past, I had been told that I had bipolar, but when I saw the psychiatrist, he said that my symptoms really don't fit bipolar, but that they very much fit OCD. And so yeah, anyway, I've known that I've known that I've been a hypochondriac for, you know, a long time, since I was a kid. But, you know, finding out that it's part of OCD was kind of a big deal. That psychiatrist also helped me get off of anxiety meds. I've talked about this in a previous video, so I'm sorry if it's, you know, repetitive, but yeah, he helped me get off of anxiety and depression meds that were actually just, the anxiety meds were making my depression worse, and the depression meds were making my anxiety worse, and it was all making my OCD worse. And so now I don't take medication, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with people needing medication, but it was a way for me to not deal with my issues. And although like my highs, you know, if you're thinking of highs and lows with mood, were higher, my lows were much lower. So I was much more of a roller coaster than I am now. So that has been a positive thing in my life, but I have definitely had to put more effort forth to deal with my anxiety and depression and OCD. And it gets really hard sometimes. And, you know, when things get overwhelming, then I have a tendency to stop working on it. So right now, I am seeing my counselor every week. It's honestly something I should have been doing, but I was just concerned about money, and I didn't think that I needed it. And now I'm realizing that I do. And even when things are good, you know, my counselor pointed out that those can be some of the times when more change takes place, because you can take on more than you can when you're like in a crisis. So that's kind of what's going on with my mental health. There's a situation at work that was incredibly stressful and triggering for me. That's partially been dealt with. I mean, it's not going to be fully dealt with until I just don't work at that job anymore. My husband and I are planning to move to Arizona about this time next year. We just have some circumstances keeping us here right now. So as soon as we can get out of here, we will. But yeah, Friday at work, our car at my job was broken into, and the regulator in our window was broken, so we had to replace that. So just a lot of fucking bad shit has happened recently in a very short period of time, and it's been a lot to deal with, and I haven't been coping the best, to be honest. That's lovely. Hey, don't do that here. Sorry, my cat. Stop that. You can just guess what he's doing. But anyway, so yeah, I've just had a really difficult time dealing with life, and I've been very difficult to deal with. I've been difficult for me to deal with, and so I know that it's been hard for my husband, but he has been very patient, and he has been there for me a lot. So I've been very fortunate that way. I've started talking to some girls at work, which is nice because work has been really miserable for me for a while. So yeah, just a lot of things have gone on, and that's why I haven't been making videos, because I just haven't been able to bring myself to make a video. So yeah, right now I just plan to keep going to counseling. You know, as far as food goes, like food is always an issue for me, just sometimes more than others. I feel like since I've had surgery, you know, I get more obsessive about food than I did before. You know, which is something that can happen, but lately I've been wanting to eat different things. I kind of mentioned that earlier. So like yogurt wise, I used to always get like the low calorie, you know, like low sugar, sugar-free yogurts, like Light and Fit. You know, sometimes I got the Oikos, you know, stuff like that. And I got really like fed up with those things, you know. I mean, once you have like real yogurt, it's hard to eat the other stuff. So I've really been enjoying the Noosa yogurts. They have some like little mini ones. They're delicious. They have about 150 calories. Obviously they have a lot higher carbs. I think the little ones have like 19 carbs, which, you know, I know that for some people is not going to work into what they're eating right now, and that's okay. Not necessarily trying to lose weight right now. You know, I'm just kind of trying not to gain, I guess. You know, I'd like to stay 159 or under at this point. But the thing is that like I luckily don't gain a lot of weight really fast. I have kind of, I think, at least up to this point, done things in a way that like my body isn't super sensitive to like gaining weight. Like I'll definitely fluctuate from day to day, and if I'm gonna eat shitty on a weekend, I may gain a couple pounds, but as soon as I start eating what I like do, you know, on a normal day, then I tend to lose that couple of pounds. And so I don't worry too much about it. I just kind of consider that fluctuation. You know, and I know that if I'm up a little bit, then I need to exercise more, and that's how I've achieved balance. So I eat what I want to, but I try and eat, you know, somewhat healthy, somewhat low carb, somewhat low calorie, and I do try to focus on protein first. So tonight I'm going to be making chicken. I think that I'm going to do it with peppers. I got some chopped peppers at the grocery store, so I'm going to try that out, I think. And then I also have some potatoes. They're like, they come in like a steamable bag. It's kind of strange. This local grocery store, Harmon's, they'll like cut up the vegetables themselves and then put them in a steamer bag, and then you stick it in the microwave. So they had potatoes this time. I haven't tried those yet, so I'm gonna try that. It's like 12 minutes in the microwave, and then you know, maybe fry those up with the peppers. I don't know. I'm still getting used to this cooking thing. I've been watching a lot of YouTube and reading recipes and just kind of trying things out and being patient. I think that is the number one thing with cooking, is you just gotta be patient, and like sometimes you'll make mistakes, but as long as you're trying and taking your time and being patient, then things kind of tend to like turn out, at least so far for me. So I'm sure that I'll have some failures, but hopefully they won't be too bad. So, but yeah, let's see what else. I'm still eating Power Crunch bars. I haven't been drinking as much in the way of protein shakes. I've been drinking, what brand is it? The Silk almond coconut milk. It's like 35 calories a cup. I really like that. I like to add creamer. So I'll do like water with some of the almond coconut milk and then some creamer. Like right now I have the pumpkin, the little individual pumpkin ones. And I'll mix that up for like a little extra flavor, because I get sick of drinking the same things. Or I can do that with like a vanilla protein shake. So you can definitely experiment with creamers and different kinds of milks and stuff. That's something I've enjoyed doing, because I don't really care for like the water flavor enhancers. I did that for a while and I got tired of that, and I just haven't really gone back. I think that they only really taste good when the water's cold, and I don't really like my water cold unless it's like iced. So, and then I like to drink a lot of tea. And I've been drinking the 5-hour energy drinks, although I can't drink a whole one at a time because it like makes my heart pound. So I'll drink like half at a time. Let's see, and then I've been making dinner a lot more, so that's been good. We've been eating real food instead of fast food all the time. And then Atkins meals, I've been making those for us some nights. I just do my husband's with like rice, or I could do them with potatoes. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been eating. Treat-wise, I've still been liking the Clio bars, but I've kind of just been eating whatever, sounds good and stuff. This last week I haven't really eaten as much dessert. I just haven't really, I guess, been in the mood for it. And maybe it's because, I'm getting more sugar and stuff throughout the rest of my day, like with the yogurt and stuff. And so yeah. Oh, and I've been eating protein cookies the last little while, but I don't plan to buy any more of those anytime soon. So, so yeah, that's what's been going on, food-wise, exercise-wise, mental health-wise. Yeah, wearing my hair in pigtails. My husband liked my hair like this. He got me this really cute beanie, and I needed a way to wear my hair, so I kind of put it in like really low pigtails. He liked that, so I've been doing that a lot lately because it's super easy. And so yeah, I got some new jewelry. I haven't had new jewelry in a long time. The other thing I've been doing is the impressed nails. You just like stick them on your nails. They have like glue on them. They last like a week. And you can find them at like Walmart, CVS. Like I got these online, and right now, when I bought them, they were like 5 for $30 or something. So I think at most they're like $8. So it's about the same as getting your nails done like once a month. And I like that I can change them all the time, and I really like these. So I've been doing that. I actually have some on my toes right now too. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. My husband and I are still looking for a partner, although I don't know if we'll find one in Utah. We'll see how things go. But we're just counting down the time till we can get to Arizona and just be with our family, be with our son, with our dog, my mother-in-law, the rest of my husband's family, the warmth, normal people. So that's just what's going on right now. I just wanted to make a video. Hopefully I'll actually post this one. But yeah. Also, Hello VSG 2016 sent me a package recently. She knew I was having a hard time, and I just want to thank her again. It was really, really thoughtful. And I mean, you know, maybe this is gonna make me sound like a huge dork or a loser, but I don't really have friends. You know, I have my husband, who's my best friend, but we don't have a lot of, or like really any friends here. It's not that we haven't had friends, it's just that a lot of the people that we've encountered haven't really been good people, so we don't keep them around. And it's just nice that there are people out there that care about me, you know, even people that I haven't met. But I mean, you guys make a big difference in my life, and I just want you to know that. So thank you for supporting me and being my friend. Thank you very much. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. I'll try and make a video sooner next time. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. So I will hopefully talk to you guys soon. Bye.